So hello everyone. In the previous chapter, we had a discussion on unique constraint. So in this chapter, we will study about indexes, clustered and non-clustered indexes. So whenever we create a constraint such as unique, or whenever we create a primary key, or like whenever we create a descending or ascending order constraint, or use an order by statement, so all of these statements require something called as index. So what exactly is an index? So to understand this, let me open another file for you and let us copy the table from here to here and let me get some insert statements. Uh, Give me a second please. Let me open up the unique constraint and let me get the insert statement from here to here. So we are using the auto increment feature, so we do not require this, and we are having the phone number as unique. Okay, so now what I will do is I will just put them in a single line, and rather than just putting up a single value, we will put up multiple values. So I will put up a comma over here, move on to next line. I will copy this and paste this. Again, comma, copy this, paste this, comma, copy this, paste this, comma, copy this, paste this, and let us stop. So in total, we are inserting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. So let me make it as 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are the phone numbers which are getting inserted. This is the address and this is the name, and supplier ID is auto incremented, so we do not require it. So let me cut this again and let me paste it in the index file so that I can save it and give it to you. Let me save it. So what exactly is an index? Now when we say that we have something called as primary key, let's forget about it. You will understand why primary key require an index when we will talk about primary key. We have already spoken about unique and you know what exactly is unique, right? So just understand why index is required, what is an index and why index is required for unique. So let me keep it this way for now. Let me keep it this way for now. This table that only phone number has something called as unique and supplier ID is primary key and it is auto incremented. What exactly all these things are, we will talk about them later. Concentrate on unique and index. So now suppose we have a table called as supplier, and in this supplier table we are putting up these values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we want like a unique value for phone number every time. So whenever the MySQL will be inserting some value into supplier, it will have to check the previous values, right? So how will like MySQL make sure that the value in this phone number column for this table is always unique, like no duplicate value is entered. So to make sure that no duplicate value is entered, it has to check all the previous values. Now what if all the previous values are not sorted? So I hope all of you understand the meaning of sorting. Ascending order, descending order. Even numbers can be sorted and even alphabets can be sorted. So alphabets are sorted as per their uh, we have something collation in MySQL. So ASCII in Java. In Java, alphabets are sorted as per the ASCII value. Similarly, in MySQL, alphabets are sorted as per the character set and collation. So collation are the numbers representation for that particular symbol, such as A. A is a symbol. So A will be corresponding to a number, say 1. So when we say that we are sorting up a column, so we can sort up supplier ID, we can sort up name, we can sort up phone number, we can sort up address. But here, phone number requires to be unique. So whenever we insert any value into this table, MySQL will check all the previous value. So what will SQL do? So people who created SQL, what they thought is like, if a table has lakhs of records, understand my point, if a table has lakhs of records and then checking each one of them, like first record, first value, second record, check with the value, third record, check with the value, and similarly lakhs, check with the value, how much time will this take? It will take a lot of time. So what other option they took out, like whenever you apply a unique constraint in a table, what MySQL will do, MySQL will create a non-clustered index for that particular column. Say this, what is an index? Index is nothing but the storing, you are storing the phone number of this table in a sorted order. Now whenever you like insert a new record, what will MySQL do? MySQL will go and hit the middle record. It will see the middle record. Now all the records which will be above it will be either smaller or lesser or greater as per ascending or descending. If it has sorted in ascending order, so all the records before this will be smaller and all the records after the middle record will be, middle value will be greater, right? So this is the mechanism. Whenever you insert a new record, it will see like if it matches the middle record. If no, then it will see the bottom, all the bottom like left 50,000, and then it will see the middle of those 50,000, and then it will check if it matches, then it is okay. If not, it will check the above 50,000. If it is less or greater, it will check the below 50,000, 25,000. So understand, this is what B tree is. B tree mechanism checks in for the middle element, and if it is equal, then it says that we have found the element, it is already present, duplicate constraint. But if it is less than the middle element, it will check only the first fifth half, because second half will always be greater than it, right? If it is greater, then it will check the second half. So it only checks the middle element. So it, like, rather than checking all the 1 lakh elements, it will check only the middle elements, and it will like intend to check only 100 records, 100 values. For example, just giving you an example, if there are lakh records, so the first check will remove 50,000, the second check will remove again 25,000, the third check will remove 12,500, and in a similar way you can count how many times this particular scenario, like how many values this particular like situation, in this particular situation, like MySQL will have to check. So from 1 lakh it reduces itself to such less thing. So what is an index? Index is nothing but a sorted form of data of a particular column for a table. Now we will understand what are clustered index and non-clustered index. So whatever we like talked about as of now was non-clustered index. So first thing you have to learn today is clustered index can only be one for a table. You have to mug it up, and why I will tell you. And non-clustered index can be any number. Second is clustered index is always formed with the primary key. Whenever you create a primary key, a cluster index is formed automatically. Whenever you create a unique constraint, a non-clustered index is created on that column. Right? Now, how to understand this? Like here, when we say that phone number is unique, what system will do? It will create an index on phone number, and it will sort all the phone numbers. Whenever you are adding a phone number, it will check in that sorted list by B tree method, so that the performance of your system is good. Because if you do not do it this way, then the performance of your system will degrade. You cannot check lakhs of record, right, for the unique constraint. So this is what index is. Index is something which increases your performance while you search, but it decreases your performance while you insert. So whenever you are inserting a value in the table, so it will have to insert it in the table, and it will also have to maintain a sorted index. So if you are like, in most of the cases in SQL, in most of the cases, in 70% of the cases, we require to see the data, we use the select statement. We like there are only 10% or 15% times we use insert statement. So indexes are very necessary. So we should not create index everywhere. So this will not improve your performance a lot. Indexes should be created in a manner that only at places where it is required, so that while inserting, the system does not have the headache of maintaining that sorted list, and at places which are read very frequently. So this is what index is. Now, when we say clustered index is something which is created for a primary key, and like it is only one for the table. So in clustered index, all the columns will be present, but the sorted column will only be supplier ID or the primary key one. So in clustered index, when a MySQL goes into clustered index, and it says that I want the information for supplier ID 5, because it is like primary key is something like which is majorly like search again and again. Like this in select statement we use primary key a lot, so that's why clustered index is always tied up with the primary key, because we know that the usage of primary key is something like which is unique for the table, which is something like which will be used again and again, and any record will be referenced by that particular value. So that is the reason, like for primary key we use this particular statement, clustered index, like MySQL people or SQL people, you can say. If like this is the same thing for Microsoft SQL and SQL, MySQL. Like they both are very similar, 90% similar. The only difference is between the architecture. I'm reiterating this again and again. If you study MySQL, make sure, like you can be very satisfied, and like you can say that you have also studied SQL, Microsoft SQL. So now in unique constraint, the index will only contain one column, that will be phone number, which will be sorted, and we can have n numbers of non-clustered, but clustered can only be one, which is tied to primary key. Now what I will do, I will just go ahead and create up this table, and I will say this. So you see over here that we have dropped it, we have created a table, and we have inserted 5 rows because all of them were different. Now again, if I try it, because it has a unique constraint, it will give an error. This is giving me an error, duplicate. You can see over here. Here, duplicate entry. Here. Okay. Now what I will do is, I will show you. So whenever, like if you want to see, now indexes. At first we have database. Database is a container. In database we have tables. In tables we have data or rows or tuples, and for tables we have indexes, we have triggers. Index is always created for a table. So we have a ladder. First we have database, inside database we have tables, and for tables we have indexes. So if you see over here, we say show index from suppliers. Now if you want to see the index for a table in Microsoft SQL, you will say select star from system is the database SYS, I think so, you will have to check it, dot indexes might be the table from like sys dot indexes, where table name equal to, you will have to give the table name. So this is how you will fetch the indexes of a particular table in Microsoft SQL. It does not give you a straightforward statement show index from suppliers, but here it does. So I will just go ahead and like click it. So you can see over here that we have two indexes which are being created. One is the primary, which is for column supplier ID, and second is the phone number, which is for phone number, and both of them has been created only for primary key and unique. Now I will just go ahead and say not null. So we have not discussed what exactly not null is. That is okay. And I will drop, create, and insert value again. Let's see what all indexes do we have. Again, we have only two indexes. Not null does not have an index. Why? So as the name suggests, not null makes sure that this particular like column cannot be null. So what exactly is null? We will talk when we will talk about not null. But when we say that this is checking that this cannot be null, it does not have to check any other values. The only thing it has to check is that this particular value is not null. It does not care what is the value of other rows, right? But when we say unique, it has to make sure that this particular value is not present in all the other rows. That's why we require a sorted form of that particular column, and sorted form of that particular column is index. So in indexes, like we can see the indexes like this, we can drop the indexes. Now if we have created an index for unique constraint, so you can drop the index and like it will remove the unique constraint, then it will not check anyhow. So I will just show you up. So this is the unique constraint phone. So drop index phone. So I will just drop it. So I have dropped it, and if I show it again, you will see that there is no unique constraint, and if I go ahead and like insert it now, I will be able to insert 5 rows again. So there will be no, even though like we build up the unique constraint while uh, creating up the table, but we drop the, if we drop the index, then how will the system will check? See, it has repeated works. Now it has repeated because we have dropped the index, right? Then again, like there is a way we can create an index, like rather than defining a unique constraint over here, we could have said something like this. We could have said something like this: create index phone on suppliers phone, create unique index phone on suppliers. So this is what the syntax is. And then, so if you just create an index, so it will just create an index, but that will not check for the unique uh, constraint. So it will not check if this is particular thing is unique or not. So putting up unique over here, make sure that it checks that phone number is unique, right? So I will just go ahead, and at first we are dropping the table, creating new table, creating an index. Let us remove unique from here and run it. All the values are green. I will just clear them, and let's run the insert statement again, only the insert statement. So I am just running the statement which I have selected. So it says duplicate entry. Why it says duplicate entry? Because we have created a unique index. Even though we have not mentioned it over here, but we have an index, unique index. So index is just the sorted form of that particular column of that table, and index is something which we say that is for the table. Every table has its own index, right? So this was all for the day. Hope this was a good session for you. In the next session we will talk about not null, sequence, uh, and check constraint. Hope you will like and subscribe my channel and will recommend your friends. Thank you so much guys, have a great day.